My name is Brett, and I teach guitar, bass, drums, and piano. When I was like 11 years old, learning how to play a lot of those Nirvana tunes, they're super easy on guitar, and once I learned how to play power chords and whatnot, helped me start writing my own stuff, helped me get my ideas out. Music's honestly taught me how to work hard, how to stick with something that you love. I discovered music at an age where I was becoming self-aware of myself and my surroundings. There was a lot of things going on in my life at that time when I was that young that I'm very grateful that I had music to help carry the burden of life at that time. It was the ultimate form of expression, and was just kind of like down on my luck. I just got this apartment that I was living in, and I was working at a place that had closed down, so I got laid off. And Randall messaged me on Instagram, and he was like, I'm looking for a teacher over here at Certain Sparks. I was like, great, if I know anyone, I'll let you know. And he's like, nah, man, I'm asking if you want to teach. I've been around the shop for years because I've known Randall and Mike ever since I was like 15, and then I started working here. I practice every day. Not only do I work in an environment that allows me to play music, which is amazing, but I'll lock myself away for an hour or two every day whenever I can to practice, whether it's for drums or guitar or singing or writing stuff, it doesn't matter. People will get complacent with their skill level when they reach a certain point to where everything that you play might become predictable. Isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just felt like I was getting to a point where I was doing the same stuff. Recently, I've been practicing really hard to try different things. It was on my 11th birthday. That spring, I was playing baseball, and we'd won the championships that year, which was really cool. And then we went to the baseball party at one of our teammates' houses, and he had this electric guitar that had a speaker built into it. He's like, hey, can I see that guitar? And he's like, nah, every time we turn it on, it makes this crazy sound. Right when you turn it on, it was just cranked feedback, and I thought that was super cool. And so I told my parents about it, and I was like, hey, I want specifically an electric guitar for my birthday, and I'll never ask for anything ever again.
There it is. Excalibur.
And my parents were like, yeah.
And monkeys might fly out of my butt.
On my 11th birthday, I was in my parents' home office at her house. They sat me down in an office chair, and they put a blindfold on me, and they were like, put your hands out. And then they dropped a ACK Strat copy with a little amp in a box from like Toys R Us in my lap. And I opened my eyes, and I immediately started crying. It was the happiest thing that could have ever happened. And it comes to find out that my parents didn't even get it for me. My older sister bought it for me. She was 19, which with money from her first job. That was my first guitar. Somebody who is honest about their struggles, regardless of what it is, and they can make a positive outcome out of it. John Frusciante of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's probably my favorite guitar player. I love the story. You know, it seemed like an end was near it all the time after he had left the Chili Peppers the first time, and then he made an amazing life for himself, and it turned into a spiritual and positive experience. And people in general who can come from a really bummer kind of situation and make something positive, especially through music, I believe that's the most honest and beautiful music there is. Kurt Cobain, as far as his guitar playing and songwriting goes, everything I've ever learned on guitar was mirror image after Kurt's playing, from the nuances of how he plays power chords and the two-finger method of him playing guitar solos. To his guitar, I have Kurt Cobain's Jaguar that I got for my birthday 2 years ago, which I also cried when I received. So I play in a band called Good Grief. We are currently recording our second album, but what's different about this one is that we are doing it ourselves, not knowing how to make an album at all. That has become the primary focus of my life currently, is just trying to get that done and trying to create some sort of signature sound for our band and our recordings, experimenting with a lot of stuff. That's a big thing that I've been focused on, writing about really honest stuff. Genuinely believe this experience has made me a better, more aware kind of person. I recommend that everybody listen to Queen, everybody listen to Johnny Cash, everyone listen to the Beatles. If you find something that invokes any kind of emotion, listen to that and stick with it. Listen to everything. Find what you like, find what makes you happy in music, and listen to it all the time. Just listen to music.